What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Lil Boi Podcast. I'm Jerome, your main little boy, and over here next to me is my first guest on the show, Angela, the little girl.
And your mom?
Yeah, and my mom. So today, we're coming from you live from my backyard. As you can see, there's a fucking zoo going on. We got turtles and pigs, and God knows who else might show up. Might have a bird come up, an eagle might come out of the sky. It's real weird, though, because, like, you wouldn't think this, but the pig is a real asshole to the turtles.
Yeah. Yeah, this tortoise does not like that pig.
Like, she literally tries to fight the turtles for food. It's real odd. We got ants crawling on us. Doing it in the backyard might not have been the best place, but I think it's a good-looking setting. So first thing, I thought it might be interesting to talk about, because this is called the Lil Boi Podcast, to have you on here and talk about me as a little boy.
Oh, God.
So do you think me now is a lot different than me as a little boy?
Not really, no.
Like describe me, like what I was like as a child.
As one word, crazy.
Like, give us a story. I guess I know one story in particular you could tell, the me eating my own shit story.
Oh my God, that was terrible. Yeah, that was probably the beginning of the
What
end.
was that like from your point of view?
First of all, you need to know that I have a very weak stomach, and it took everything in me to not throw up.
Really?
Yeah. So basically what happened is when he was when he was mobile, you had to still watch him like every second of the day, like, because he was getting into something or climbing on something. And so I had to go to the bathroom, and even though I went to the bathroom and left the door open to where I could see him, he still found a way to get into the diaper genie and open it up and get into a poopy diaper, and he had poop all over him, and including his mouth. And
What was your, like, okay, so I eat my own shit. What is your first instinct when I eat my own shit and you see that as a mother, you're like, you walk out there and you see, oh my God, he ate his own shit.
Well, my first instinct was to not throw up on you. And then I just grabbed you and went to the shower. Like, turned the shower on with our clothes on, got in the shower, and...
How bad did that smell? Because, like, I can't imagine that smelling.
It was terrible.
Not
because,
terrible.
Well, at that age, like, I
mean, all you eat is, like, sludge
You
and
weren't
shit.
walking yet, but you were probably, like, I don't know, like 7, 8 months old, so, like, you could crawl. So, like... I don't... It was just terrible. Like, it was just, like, the worst experience, because I was glad that you weren't walking, because you probably would have smeared it around the house.
Oh, God, that would have been terrible.
It was contained to just the diaper on your mouth. Like, everywhere. You must have just, like... And so you didn't eat solid foods.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like baby food shit.
Yeah.
And probably milk.
It was so disgusting. So I just got in the shower and, like, cleaned us off, because, I mean, there was nothing else I could do. Yeah, it was not a good time.
I can't imagine, because, like, I babysitted for Damien for a while, or babysitted for Macy watching Damien for a while. I can't imagine if it ever came to the point where I walked out and he was covered in his own shit.
And it was green, too. And then on top of it, years later, Taylor, we're out here. There used to be a swing set out here, and we were playing, and at the time, Taylor, Jerome's sister, could walk. She was probably, I don't even think she was 2. And we were out here playing on the swing set, and the next thing I know, she dropped her pacifier, bent over, picked up a white, crusty piece of dog shit.
I remember that I was out here.
And I freaked. I, like, flicked it out of her mouth. I ran her in the house, washed her mouth out. It was terrible. So to think that 2 of my children...
Have they eaten shit? Did Macy ever eat shit?
She didn't eat shit, but she did play with it. Because she had
She did look for butt poop.
Daddy and I actually talked about that the other day.
What happened with that?
she was going to the bathroom, and so as kids do when they are first learning, they like to do it by themselves. So you just leave them in there and let them do their thing, and then you go back and check on them. So I went back to check on her, and she was like leaned over, like folded like in half, and was looking at her butt. And I didn't even know what to say at first when I walked in, because what are you doing? Checking for butt poop.
This turtle's trying to walk away with my microphone cord.
Yeah, it's stuck on his leg, I think.
Hey, turtle.
It's stuck on his front leg.
Hold on a sec. Here, I'm going to have to pick you up for a second. Why are, these guys never come out?
No, they do. They're used to, whenever I come in the backyard, they think I have food. Here, just give them some food.
Okay. Hold on, little guy. Here, let me. Oh, but then I don't want to feed him, because what if he bites me, then Phoebe's going to try to bite me?
Just put it right in front of him and he'll get it.
Okay, can you get it and not hurt me? Ah!
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy feeding these fuckers. So then I wanted. Ah.
Look, he's begging for more.
God damn bastard.
He eats a lot.
I can. Oh, I dropped it. It's on the floor, fuckface. Hey.
He'll bite you if you be careful.
I tossed it right in his mouth. Okay. So another thing I wanted to say is I've been thinking about this lately, like the past couple days. I thought it would be an interesting thing to at least try getting into. I don't know how far I'm going to go or if I will even actually start. But I was thinking about doing something with music.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what. Like, I mean, obviously if I can do something, because I make up songs all the time. I've done that my entire life. Like when me and Brian would ditch school back in the day, like we'd sit in the alley or we'd be sitting at the bus stop waiting for the bus to go away and shit like that. I would just be sitting there like rapping and making up random. Hey, we don't need an animal fight out here. This is a peaceful zone, pig.
Look at his shell. She tried to bite him.
I know, she's such a bitch. I'm in the middle of a story, Phoebe. And I would just sit there and I would just make up songs all day. And like Brian would give me a random subject and I would just go on about that. And then like there was this one time me and Taylor were in the pool. Hey, Phoebe, you really need to kind of get out of here. You're being what we call a bitch. And Taylor would tell me, like a family member, she'd say a random family person's name. And I would just start rapping about that person, going on and on and on and on. And then she was beatboxing, and then all of a sudden we'd switch. And so like we started with like you, then went to Mima, and we just went on through the entire family. I made a rap about every single person in the family.
That's kind of
And like I do that all the time, and like and then I never think anything of it, and I just kind of forget about this. Phoebe, okay, hold on, we need to pause this. But yeah, I was thinking, because I've just been listening to more music. Like people that I follow a lot, like on YouTube, do a lot of music, and I was thinking that because like I've been doing that forever, probably just as long as making up songs, just as long as I've been making videos
part
and
of
shit.
it's because Daddy always made up songs.
Yeah, he would make when we were little, so it's just
Yeah.
stuck in my head. Like when I hear something, oh, I can make like instantly. First thing when someone says something is, like I try to make a stupid little ditty out of it.
Like for him, like he'll hear a song and he'll try to make up like a dirty version of it or
And-
a dumb
and
version. And
It's fun because like when Taylor picks music in the car, the first thing I always do, any song I hear, is try to make my own version of it.
mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of it because I used to love Weird Al as well. So it was kind of
Yeah.
me trying to make my own version of that also. So it made me kind of think like, because I feel like, and this may sound like very cocky, but like if I really, really want to do something, like if I'm going to try something like making videos and editing it or like stuff like that, like I want to make music, I could do it if I really tried.
Right. You could. I mean, I could totally see you doing like dirt nasty shit. 'Cause he's the same thing.
I was thinking
he
like
does-
like probably nothing serious ever. Like no serious songs. Did he just bite you?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. But I've cause like I don't know. I just feel like I've always sang and rapped and shit like that all around the house. So why not try to like
Do something with
make it into something?
You should.
I don't know if it would be any good at all, but I feel like I should at least try. So I might try looking into that in this next
what
week
you
or
should
so.
do is maybe. Are you gonna try and like mock songs, or are you gonna make up your own?
No, I'd completely make up my own.
So I would say if you're gonna mock
that's-
a song, then
that's
you should
my-
probably pick one. And
That's
start
my
writing.
only issue with doing music, 'cause I feel like I could easily come up with a song. I don't think I'd be that good at creating music.
to go along with it.
Yeah, well, 'cause I would need to find the music first, listen to the beat, and then I'd make the song off like that. But that's my only problem. And I know I could probably easily find there's millions of people out there that make music. I do that, but like to me, I would want to make it myself, which would be the hard part.
Yeah.
Because I would want everything in it to be mine, kind of.
Yeah.
But then I also had this other idea that to me it'd be funny if do you know what royalty free is?
Mm-mm.
Royalty free is like if you use like video or you want music and like it's something you use and you don't have to pay royalties for it. So you don't have to pay for it. It's just free. No one like it's not copyrighted, stuff like that. So I was thinking if I got all royalty free songs and then literally call like the album or the mixtape or whatever I make or the single, whatever it is, just call it royalty free.
Oh, that'd be funny.
And then I just make a song like that. But then I'd be kind of like making fun of it because like I can't make the music and I did that. I thought that'd be kind of funny to like get into it and then afterwards like start making it my own.
That'd be kind of cool.
But I don't know.
It would be an interesting process.
Yeah, and it'd be something different too.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about that.
Even if you made something small, like it doesn't have to be, like a 3-minute song or whatever.
Yeah,
just
it could
like
be
maybe a minute.
It could
or
be a
something.
minute and 50-second song or a minute 30-second song, something like that,
Yeah.
just to start and try with.
That'd be kind of cool.
Because then what I was thinking as well is like I really like filmmaking. So I was like, it'd be cool if I made my own music, because then I could make music videos to it. And
I was just gonna say make a music video.
It would be like making a mini film, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I would want it to be. So I was thinking like I could mix all those together if I tried and got into that, and I thought that would be a very interesting thing to do.
Right.
Were you ever into like any creative things when you were a child? Or I guess even in your teen years or in your adult years, like.
I was retarded as a kid. I mean, like, I always, like, when I was little, I thought for some reason when I grew up I was going to be, like, an acrobat or, like, something like that.
Did you ever attempt to do anything like that? Or, like, did you ever, like, try for it? Or was it just a thought like
No,
like
how
every kid's like, oh, I want to be a fireman. You were like, oh, I want to be an acrobat.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, too, is, like, okay, so my dad does construction. So he built us a playhouse in our backyard.
My dad never built me a playhouse.
I know. It was really cool. It was a 2-story playhouse. And coming from the playhouse, there was like a 4x4 that went from the playhouse across to my dad's shed.
Uh-huh.
And hanging from that was a wooden swing. And then he made for me, because I wanted to be an acrobat, it was like a swing, but it was like a metal pipe so that I could...
So you could, like, swing up it and do your shit?
Tricks and shit on. So I used to do that stuff all the time. And that's why I wanted to do it. And then I ended up getting hurt because you really shouldn't swing a metal bar in front of your face and not pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the best
Well,
idea.
I can't imagine you doing anything active and not getting hurt anyways now.
Oh, yeah, no,
So I can't
100%,
imagine as you as a
clumsy.
child and you having so much more energy and you doing something like that. It doesn't sound good.
No, it just...
Maybe I have a theory. Maybe your dad he knew you were bad at it, and he was like, you know what?
I've got a plan.
He's like, I don't really like Angela to begin with. I could kill her, and it won't even be my fault. It'll be an accident. I'll take the time to build a playhouse for her. Do you think this is the first podcast ever that in the background people are getting bit by turtles and the pig's fucking eating a tree?
She just started doing it.
But do you think this is and now she's trying to fight a turtle again? She goes from being absolutely cute to a fucking menace within like 2 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, I also wanted to be a gymnast at one time because I could do cartwheels and round-offs and...
You want to do a cartwheel right here live on the podcast?
No.
You might accidentally show your cooter to somebody.
I might fall down. I mean, who knows with me? But yeah, like I just wanted to do shit like that.
Yeah.
So, really, like what?
When I was like really really little, I think my two things I always wanted to do something like entertaining people. I mean, when I was in like kindergarten, first grade and shit, I got the awards for being a class clown and stuff like that.
Gee, how many awards did you bring home for the class clown?
I think they created that award just for me in that little school. I don't think they had that before. But I also really wanted to be a firefighter. I don't know why.
What's funny is I think most little boys find like some sort of
something like that. Like, oh, I want to be a cop. I want to be a firefighter. Something like that. Like, I don't know. I always liked it, and I think it was because I always just wanted to shoot their big hose.
That sounds pretty dirty.
I was just wanted to grab the man's hose and shoot it. But like, I don't know, 'cause I think now, like, if there's a burning building, I don't know if I would have it in me to run in there and. Well, I don't know. It would depend.
You would for sure have to be
It
selfless.
depend on the situation.
You'd have to be selfless and want to help people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of scary thing to
But
do.
like those are my two things. I wanted to entertain people, and I wanted to be a firefighter. Those were like the two things for like like probably up until like 4th or 5th grade. That's what I was really into.
Well, you've always entertained people. You've always
That's it.
been the funny.
Yeah, I mean, I
I-
turned.
I
We did a play for Bootyhead, my grandpa. It was like his 81st birthday. We did a play for him in Wisconsin, and it was supposed to be serious, supposed to be about his entire life, and I played him in the play, and I just turned it into like a comedic thing as well. But then it was funny because Macy was like, I guess you would call the director of the play.
Macy, his
And
older sister.
yeah, and it really pissed her off that I was trying to make it funny. But I was like, I get that you're doing his life, but like, they know his life. We gotta spice it up a bit and make it
Well,
fun.
and they probably enjoyed
So,
it
like-
more 'cause they laughed.
Like there was a lot of things like, well, oh, I pretended to pass out like when the baby came, because like we like when he was having like his kids,
Mhm.
we got to that point and all this stuff. Like I think we did from him being born all the way to his 81st birthday. We did like his whole life.
Yeah. And they didn't record it,
Well, 'cause it was
so his parents didn't get to see
it was in like 2001, and we were with a bunch of older people even then. So none of them thought, oh, pull out the video camera, which I really, really wish they would have, 'cause I could have had that now and I
Mhm.
could have uploaded it in somewhere. 'Cause I think it was one of the. What the fuck are you doing? Stop taking my cord with you. It was one of the funnest things we did there, and like it'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen it.
'Cause like I made everybody there laugh. They
Mhm.
all loved it.
They still talk about it.
At one point, I mean, it was before Jackson was born, because we said, when we said who the cast was, we said, and Jackson can't be here because he's still in the womb, and like stuff like I don't know. It was just really fun, and like, that's another thing. Like I loved entertaining people. Then I tried to make that
Well,
a funny
I
thing.
remember you, 2 years old, you put your freaking underwear on your head and ran around the house just to entertain.
Was that before or after reading Captain Underpants?
You're 2. Did you read a Captain Underpants when you were 2?
No, I probably didn't read then. Do you remember back in the day when we used to do the dancing channel?
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
I just thought
Yes.
about that recently.
You guys
There used to be
love
this
that.
channel. We just call it the dancing channel. Everybody probably has it. It was like a specific like 10 to maybe 20
It was
channels
probably about 20 because there was a lot.
that all had different genres of music, and we would give the controller to one of them. It was mostly me that danced. Like my 2 other sisters, Taylor and Macy, would sometimes, but we would dance, and then they'd switch it. We just dance crazy to all the music, and like sometimes I would all of a sudden like. So like a song like the Party Boy song would pop up. All of a sudden I'd start taking my clothes off and I'd start like stripping on there. But I remember there was this one time. It was one of the last times we did it. I stacked up these 2 tubs and I was dancing on them, and I slipped off one and slammed my balls down on the other. And I'm pretty sure that was one of the times I bruised my balls.
Yeah, one of the times. Yeah.
There was another time in there in the kitchen where I was doing something stupid standing on a bar stool and I fell down and I hit my balls. And I remember you walking, because this was back when your bedroom was Dad's room, like when he used it as an office. And you're like, you need to look at your son's balls because I don't have balls. I don't know what they're supposed to look like, but those don't look right. And he looked at it and he's like, oh my God, those are badly bruised.
Well, what he did is it was a bar stool, and there's the bars, around the edges of it, and he was standing on that, and he slipped off of it, and he just smashed his balls on the top of the bar
Yeah,
stool.
like where you're supposed to sit is where I slam my balls on.
And yeah, he did the little where nothing comes out, and that scared
I've done
me.
that a lot. Like when we went camping one time, and literally, she swung on this branch, was fine, she had a blast. Taylor swung on it, was fine, had a blast. My other friend swung on it, he had fun, and I was like, all right, my turn. I'm the smallest guy, I shouldn't have a problem with
Well,
it.
didn't we all get on it together? And
Yeah,
nothing
you
happened?
3 got on it together, fine. So it was my turn to get on it. It fucking snaps. I fall straight on my back, knocks the wind out of me, and then Macy runs up. Jerome, get up! And I was like, and you're like, just let him catch his breath for a second. That was a terrible fall. That was a really
Yeah,
fun
that was
camping
bad.
trip, though.
Yeah, it was.
We
It was a
did
lot
some
of
things that people might like.
They
frown
might
upon. Like there was these what were they? I think they were squirrels.
I think they were chipmunks.
They were the squirrels or
'Cause
chipmunks.
They were smaller.
Oh,
so they were
okay.
chipmunks.
And there was like the little hole right by our campgrounds, and we kept trying to get them to pop out. So like we learned from like different things we were trying that they really like hot Cheetos.
Which is weird.
So
It's so random.
and like the way we found it is we put it down and like, oh, they'll never grab it, and we're all chit chatting, just talking at the campfire, and then we look over like, wait, guys, the Cheetos gone. So we put like I think 2 more down, and then we're waiting like 10 minutes. We're like, God damn, they're never gonna take it. Maybe like I don't know, the wind took
Didn't
it or
they wait
something.
until we like walked away?
So then we turned around and just started talking again, and boom, the cheaters are gone. That happened like 15 times, and then finally we caught them doing it. Do you think I've changed at all since like high school or middle school or anything like that?
Well, you've matured, obviously.
You
Like-
think I'm mature? Huh. You're probably the first person to ever say that.
But you know what I mean. But like, as far as like personality, you've always been the funny guy. So I mean, you've been that way since day one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's just how everybody identifies you, as the funny guy.
Yeah.
Funny
Which
guy,
is
trickster, pranks.
like if I feel like if I ever tried to do anything serious, no one in this family would ever take me serious. Like if say like as I said, I want to try music.
Mm-hmm.
If I was like, no, I'm gonna make my own songs and they're gonna be serious, I don't think anybody would ever believe me.
No, not at all.
Which is, I mean, I don't have any interest in doing something serious like that at the moment. But that's kind of funny. This popped in my head. I want to say it before I forget. There's been this idea I want to try, and I'm gonna say it on video, but I might try it. Tell me if you think this is funny though. I had this idea where like I get a package in the mail, so it's like I'm gonna go in my room. I'm gonna do an unboxing video, and I pull out a knife, and when I do it, I have fake blood. And I do it, and I pretend like I accidentally cut my thumb off or something. So then the camera's just me standing back there, and I'm like screaming, cursing, freaking out in my bedroom, like yelling, oh fuck, and all this stuff. And then like the camera will cut, and I go back to me trying it again, and all bandages all over my hand, but like you can still see like blood spots on the bandage. And I'm using the hurt hand now to try to cut open the box to get through it. And then with doing that, I accidentally cut my other hand doing it.
Oh my god.
So then it'll just be like a keep going process of me getting hurt trying to do this unboxing.
That'd be kind of
I
funny.
thought that might be kind of funny. And then another idea that I had for a YouTube video that I thought might be fun, which this one is funny, but just it's kind of funny but kind of serious in the same way. It's 'cause there's a lot of people on YouTube that do like, oh, this is my daily life, and like they go through a thing, but like you can tell that's not really what they do on a daily
Right.
basis.
They're bullshit.
So I thought it'd be funny if I did a video and I would name it A Real Day in the Life. And, like, it'd be someone waking up and, like, you brush your teeth and, like, you're just tired and don't give a fuck. And, like, you go make food and all this stuff. And, like, it's me sitting on the couch and I'll use my capture card and record me going through, like, Netflix. Just, like, so it's, like, a real boring video. But, like, what a real person does on a daily basis doing that. And, like, I'm just laying on the couch trying to find something to watch and stuff like that. Or, like, all of a sudden you go take a shower. Just, like, a real boring day in life. But I'm going to, but I'll record it in, like, cool angles and, like,
that'd be kind of
it'll be the capture card of me going through Netflix. I thought that might be an interesting idea as well.
Morning shit.
Yeah, it could be that, just me sitting there just on the toilet, just like scrolling through Twitter on my phone, like just stuff like that. I thought that'd be really funny.
That would be kind of funny. It's not like that's what people would expect.
So before we wrap this up, do you want to talk about it?
Yes.
So spoiler warning for It, the new movie, 2017 one that just came out. We're gonna be talking about it right now. I really, really enjoyed it.
I did too.
I mean, I started reading the book now because of it. I read
because of it.
Shut up. I read the first 3 chapters of it the other night, and so far it is pretty much exactly like the movie, just kind of told in different
Mixed
ways, a little bit like out of order. But like I can understand why the movie did it this way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really, really enjoyed the movie.
I did too.
Like,
I thought it was gonna scare the shit out of me because
so did I a little bit, to be honest.
I'm terrified of clowns, and that might be part of it. Seeing that as a kid,
Yeah.
but
How do you think it was compare like how you saw it now to when you saw the original It when you were a child? Like whenever it came
when
out,
I was a kid and I saw it,
did that one scare you?
it scared the shit out of me.
So did this one do it? Which one do you like better? Obviously, probably
Well,
the new
I
one.
like the new one better.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously shorter too, because the first one's like 4 hours long. Or
Yeah.
some shit.
Well, and also because I mean, this one there's gonna be more sequels. They're gonna do more of it too.
Yeah, but the first one scared the shit out of me, and I think it was because I was a little kid. I'm sure if I would have saw this one as a kid,
if
I
I saw
would've been
this
scared
one,
too.
or 'cause like maybe 5 years ago, probably just that many years ago, I think this would scare the shit out of me.
It probably would have scared me too.
because like now I just watch horror movies and I enjoy it for the movie. Like I'm like, oh, that was a good movie. I know the parts that are supposed to be scary, but it doesn't scare me. But
My
just
thing
just
is,
like the whole story of it, I'd be like, because like even like the parts, because it's not even the Pennywise isn't in the movie even that much. But I
yeah.
really love like I can't say a bad thing about any actor in the movie. Like the kids are great in the movie. Even the bullies are great at being psychotic bullies. Like
Yeah.
all the parents, like everybody plays a role really really well.
Mhm.
And I'm really excited to see what else these kids do. Like I can't think of, it's like it's something Wolfhard, something like that. The kid from Stranger Things in this, I really liked him. He's one of my favorite
He
characters
cracked me up, and I think that's part of the reason why I didn't get as scared. But
because
for,
he was like the comedic relief.
yeah, but
Yeah.
for me, like when I go see a scary movie, I love scary movies, and I enjoy being in the moment, getting scared and like psyching myself out,
Oh yeah.
like getting in
So
my
I
head.
don't-
Because like you saw me, I was in my chair and I had my feet
Yeah.
up, and I was like, ah, but it wasn't really a scary,
It's just a
scary
cool-
moment.
I-
I just get into it.
I think watching a movie is one of my favorite things. Even TV shows, one of my favorite things to ever do. I think partly because like I like films and like I'll watch it and like I'll be like, oh, I really like how they filmed how they did that scene and stuff like that. So I kind of watch it a different way than other people, I think.
Mhm.
But like I do the same thing with horror movies as well, because I think horror movies get a lot more creative with the way they do things.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times they don't have as much money and stuff, so they have to make it look cool in different ways.
Mhm.
So that's one thing I like about horror movies. But they always have really unique stories that I like, and I liked this because like it didn't rely on the jump scares.
No.
I don't think there was a jump scare in the entire movie, like none that I can remember, at least.
It, maybe like in the very beginning, because you don't know. You know he's gonna do it, but you really don't
Yeah.
know when
And, like,
he's gonna grab the little kid.
It was so I like they took so many risks too. Like so many adult things happened in this movie.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you can see Pennywise fucking bite. How old is Georgie? Like maybe 6 years old.
Yeah, he was.
I'm reading the book. I don't even remember. I don't know if they actually say. But you see him bite a little, and the kid's crawling on the floor with a missing arm.
Yeah.
Like a lot of movies wouldn't even attempt to do that, because like a lot of movies they don't want their rating to be rated R
Mhm.
because not that many people get to see it.
Mhm.
But I feel like if you do it rated R, you get to make the movie you want, and that builds up more people wanting you to go see it.
Well, and I like the way they did it because they didn't emphasize the arm being gone.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't
it
like
was
gory.
it was just a thing that like it was real, like it happened there, and
and
like
there was blood like
Yeah.
streaming down in the rain, but it wasn't like gory. Like you didn't see like veins
like
and
like
whatever,
flesh
like,
and blood squirting everywhere and
yeah.
stuff like that. Like it was I Bill Skarsgård is amazing.
Yeah.
He is. I want to see him in more. I haven't seen him in anything else, but it makes me want to watch more of his stuff. He was such an awesome Pennywise. Like,
Yeah.
and I really like his brother Alexander Skarsgård because he was Eric from True Blood. He was in Big Little Lies. I really wanted to see that Tarzan movie he did, but I never did. Probably should have. It did terrible. But I really like thinking back about this. There's a lot of horror movies like the most recent one I saw, Annabelle. I can say like a couple shitty things about the movie, like the ending was terrible and some stuff like that. But I can't say a single bad thing about it.
Yeah. I can't think of any point when I was watching it and I was like, is it gonna be over
When it
yet?
ended, I was like, oh fuck, I want to see the rest of it because I know there's more. I know they go back with adults and all that.
Right.
It'll be interesting though, because I know I'm seeing a lot of people like, oh, these actors should play them as adults, but I'm pretty sure they've said the sequel is gonna take place in the 80s again and be more about like the dimensions that Pennywise goes into, and I wonder if it'll have the kids in it still or not.
Yeah.
So I think there's gonna be multiple sequels. So I don't know if we'll get to see the adult versions of them in the next one or
I wonder
stuff
if
like
they'll
that.
do more backstory to Pennywise.
You know what I didn't know? I watched a video today when you guys were swimming in Mima's backyard. I didn't. I guess they talk about this in the book, so it was kind of a spoiler for the book, but I didn't care. That Pennywise is actually an alien, and like they didn't.
Well, that makes sense. The
they-
teeth.
Yeah, they cut that out of the movie. There was gonna be a whole scene where like it was the 1800s, and they show like an origin of why he's doing it and stuff like that. But they cut that out of the movie because they said it's more interesting when you don't know why he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And like you maybe find out like way later, 'cause like in this movie they said it's not important for this movie, so it'd be interesting if they do show that later on in the other ones.
Right, because every 27
Yeah.
years.
Which did you know that this movie came out exactly 27 years after the original, the TV movie thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure they did that on purpose.
I guess this was announced back in like 2009, I think, and the guys that did Stranger Things were supposed to make this movie, but then I guess the studio kind of turned on them because like they were really unknown. So then they went and made Stranger Things, and they moved to this new guy, which
is fine by me because
from what
I
I've
like
seen,
Stranger Things.
because yeah, I love Stranger Things, so I'm glad they went and made that, and I love this movie. So to me, them getting pushed away worked out for the better.
Yeah, it was a win-win.
But any last things you want to say about Stranger Things? But before we wrap this up.
If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic. I know some people have. I read this morning that it had the biggest opening of any horror movie ever. So and it's
That's
doing
awesome.
great. So I know a lot of people seeing it. But if you haven't, like I said this I did a review for it on Welcome to the Show on Plika. It's like a mixture between Goonies, Stranger Things, and I can't think of anything else. But it's like a mixture between those two types of shows, like horror, but then like the kids get together, stuff like that. It's a really good movie. I definitely recommend it. That's it for this episode of the Lil Boi Podcast. We'll be back in 2 weeks for another episode. I do this like every other week because then I'll do a normal video in between and all that. Angela was my guest today, the little girl. Maybe we'll have her on again if you guys liked her or not. And I was thinking I think I might have like Willow on here because she has some weird stories she could tell, stuff like that.
She certainly has some weird.
But yeah, thanks for watching this episode of the Lil Boi Podcast. You can listen to this on iTunes, YouTube, and now it's on VidMe because I don't know if you knew this, but you're on a not advertiser-friendly YouTube channel right now. So I'm putting my videos on VidMe as well because YouTube is kind of an asshole to me. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.